Hello, my name is Minesuper McGee, also known as Minesuper in VrChat, and what I want to show today is called Museum of VR Painting by Tanabe. So here we are, and immediately you can see that the shape of the place is kind of like lumpy and stuff. I believe they made this entire world using a tilt brush, so we can see this for English users. This world is VR Painting Art Museum of Aimi Sekiguchi. Don't think, feel. Let's interact and dive everywhere. You can find I trust you, I love you. Well, I appreciate that. So this is a museum of tilt brush art by Aimi Sekiguchi. Yeah, for some reason there's this television always plays this. I'm not sure what it is. I believe there is, oh yeah, I remember they put like VrChat footage in the teleprompter in the middle for some reason, which I think is really funny, or tilt brush footage of them creating stuff in tilt brush. Not exactly sure, but here we are. This is the first VR painting. I wish I was able to read the titles and descriptions, but I'm not able to. So we just have to admire them. They're all incredible. Like, there's not really anything that I can say besides they're all incredible. This one is called Sparrows. Very fitting. Although, yeah, here we go. You can actually shrink the area and still walk into it, although it will look very tiny. So here we have Messenger of the God Snake. One way you can tell something was made in tilt brush is I've seen this used multiple times. Like, I guess there's an ink splotch thing you can use in tilt brush, and I've seen people use it for both bushes and trees in the Oika Kai's Apple Bunny and this as well. It's a little hard to move around when it's so small, and you can just walk outside of it. So here we have the Messenger of God Qilin. Very beautiful rainbow effect throughout this cave. And I guess this is Qilin. I live in America and I'm from the South. It is not a common thing to come in contact with other cultures too often. This is Benny, and I'm saying that sort of just to say, like, if my pronunciation seems especially bad, that's because it is. Immediately I went for that bowl just because I think it looks really neat, the color changing. And I guess this is like where someone would paint or maybe do makeup or something, because there's like a mirror here. There's all the fish, you can look inside of them. You can see these lamps are made in Tilt Brush too. I don't know if some things were made not using Tilt Brush, like this suitcase doesn't look like it was made using Tilt Brush. Actually, it kind of does because the edges. So this suitcase, I believe, was made with Tilt Brush. So I think everything in here was made using Tilt Brush. But like this table doesn't look like it was, so it's hard for me to tell. Most things look like they were, some things don't, but maybe they were anyway. Here we have the Messenger of God Dragon. This is sort of a weird area. It's empty, and you transition to a new area halfway through. So like now we're in a new area. Or maybe that's just a wall. Because I've seen that before in worlds like 5G Tower Motel, where you're walking through an area and then all of a sudden a wall cuts behind you. Enter into VR art. I don't know the name of this painting, but I know it is very famous, and it's wild that you can like look at it and what looks like its original state and then just walk into it, see that it's a three-dimensional painting. You got this tunnel. The VR cat and the non-VR cat, both living side by side. Interesting that none of these paintings like have names, or maybe this whole section is just called Enter into VR Art. You can look inside of him. It looks like he's got bones, but they're like his suction cups. And here we see the paint splotch trees again. I imagine it's very effective to use it, and it looks pretty good. Like, it certainly looks like a tree. I'm just like, the reason I'm looking so close is I want to show how much attention to detail is put into all this. It's such an impressive world. Like, I take everybody here and everybody's impressed. I've never had anybody bored. And the grand finale. It's hard to even look at this one closely. So there's a ramp going up. You can look inside of it, and it does have a heart, but if you touch the heart, you die. It will respawn you, so I don't want to do that quite yet. And if you walk too far back, you will land behind it. Like, there's a ramp, and then it's a sharp drop off, so you'll be trapped. So Let's touch the heart. And it killed us. Alright, that was Museum of VR Painting by Tanabe. Thank you.